Alright, today I'm going to talk about sinker slides. Now before I go into detail about these sinker slides, I want to get some feedback from you. I'm thinking about doing a Tackle Tuesday series where I review some of my equipment or publish videos where I build stuff. Like adding things to a kayak, adding things to my battery box, stuff like that. I don't have too much equipment or gear, so there's not going to be too many videos like that. But I figured I'd do something to give you guys a solid 2 videos a week for at least a couple of months. Some of my gear I've had long enough that I can give an actual good review of them. Like what I'm going to do here with these sinker slides. So give me a thumbs up on this video if you think I should do more Tackle Tuesdays. And leave a comment below. Now as a full disclosure, Whiskerseeker gave me some sample sinker slides in the past. And RigRap has given me some samples of their new sinker slides. Now currently the 2 sinker slides I use the most are Team Catfish and Whiskerseeker. The Team Catfish sinker slide feels like a piece of plastic. So does the Whiskerseeker, but it's a thicker piece of plastic with concave ends. I use Whiskerseekers for braid, and I use the Team Catfish for monofilament. I got an example right here. The Battle Cat with monofilament on there, and I have a Team Catfish sinker slide on here. Just like putting on sliding sinkers, you want to have a bead between the sinker slide and the swivel. Here's the braid example. And I've actually got multiple beads because I'm using a bobber on here, as you can see. Now with the Team Catfish sinker slide, you only want to use these with monofilament. If you use it with braid, the braid does cut into the plastic. That's why I only use these with monofilament. I've actually got one of these on one of my parents' combos. They have braid on theirs and it has cut into it. I was going to grab it for this video, but I forgot to, so I apologize for that. These are braid ready because of the concave ends. Now you can see a size difference between the holes here. If you don't use a bead with this one and have really small swivels, the swivel will go through the Whiskerseeker. So that's a good reason to have an actual bead on it. As you saw, I put beads on these as well. That's the size comparison of the 2 that I currently use. And I want to show you guys this thing. This is the Whiskerseeker sinker slide, and you can see it's about 4 times as big as these other sinker slides. I don't know why they made it this big. I think it's to help attract like flathead catfish. And this is one of the types that you can actually thread on the line without cutting it. You have to loop it down in there to get it in there. So you loop the line, you put the loop down in there and bring it back up. And then you have to do the same thing on the other side, which it can be kind of difficult to do. There you go. And pull it up. And then you pull it through. And then it's on there. I've actually had line wrap around this on cast. So it does pick up air when you're trying to do distance casting. That's why I think this is more related to flathead fishing than anything else. It's giant. I don't know why they made it so big. It's just enormous. And I've used these a few times. I've lost a few of them too, to snags. I think this is my actual last one. But you can see its comparison. It's quite big. Now this one I've not used yet, so I can't give an actual fair review other than that I think this is going to be my new favorite sinker slide. The holes are the size of the Team Catfish hole, which is good because I can use this with smaller swivels. I still use a bead on there, but if say the bead breaks or comes off, the small swivel will still not go through this. And my cat wants to get in on the video. For this one, it's a little more simple. You're going to have to put a loop in it and wrap the line around it. And then you have it in this first hole. And then you pull it up into the second hole. And now it's on the line. Take it back off. You just pull it down into that bottom hole. And then you just feed it out. And then you can free line for catfish or whatever you're going for. The RigWrap is a little bit bigger than the Whiskerseeker, but it's definitely smaller than the Whisker Seeker. But these are the 4 different sinker slides that I have. Now for the clips, they all look kind of similar. The Team Catfish clip looks like it's the same type of metal as the Whiskerseeker. And the Whisker Seeker looks like it's the same type of metal that RigWrap uses. And like I said earlier, I'm probably going to switch over to these RigWraps if they pass my braid test. I'm going to have it on braid and see if braid cuts into it. According to RigWrap, this is made of some kind of nylon material, which should be braid ready. And I will definitely test these out by putting them on all my monofilament and braid rods and reels. It will make it easy to take them off if I want to do some free lining. Now I got a 5-ounce sinker here, and I'm going to try to put each one of these on the 5-ounce sinker. I don't know what brand this is, but you can see that it's got a really, really thick top part. Let's do the Team Catfish. Struggling to go through there a little bit, but there we go. Team Catfish. I actually think this Team Catfish is bent out too, because I know I have problems with some of my sinkers with these Team Catfish ones. That may be a used one that's been bent out, and this one, Sea Striker. This Sea Striker is definitely not going in there easily. There we go. A little bit difficult. 5-ounce sinker on the Sea Striker. Let's do Whisker Seeker. Whisker Seeker goes right on there. They've got it bent out. I know I did not bend this one out, so it goes right in there. So Fish Attractor, Whisker Seeker, Sinker Slide on a 5-ounce weight. And now for the RigWrap Sinker Slide. Went right on. RigWrap with a 5-ounce sinker. Now I know sinker slides add extra money on your rigging when you're rigging up for catfish or any other fish. However, I do like the versatility of sinker slides because you can change the size of weight that you have on your line. And sometimes you have to go bigger, sometimes you have to go smaller. When I'm going for channel catfish, I like 1-ounce weights. If I'm going for big blues and flatheads, 4 and 5-ounce weights. If you're in big river or big current, you have to go really, really, really big, which makes these removable sinker slides really, really useful because you can put one on there, put 5-ounce, put another one on there, 5-ounce, put another one on there and 5-ounce, and eventually your rig will hold to the bottom. Now, there's always a chance of the sinker getting snagged. With a situation like that where the sinker is snagged, the Team Catfish Sinker Slide, I think, has the advantage over all of these. Why does it have an advantage? These are all super strong. They're not going to break. Your line is going to break before these sinker slides break. The Team Catfish one, however, the plastic on the sinker slide will break, and all you will lose is the sinker slide and your sinker. I actually had that happen when I was fishing in this video with Catfish Dave. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but the 40-pound big game line that I had on my rig broke the Team Catfish Sinker Slide. So I was able to save my big 10-aught hook and the leader, although I did have to cut the line to put a new sinker slide on. And I still don't know what to say about this giant Whisker Seeker one. This is my last one. I'm just going to keep it for novelty. Well, hopefully I get to use these RigWraps a lot and really get to test them out. Be sure to check out Dieter Melhorn's channel as well in this iCard. He has a bunch of these that he's fishing with now too, and he may be doing a future review video on them. If anything, he'll probably talk about them on future videos. There's not much to really talk about on sinker slides other than that this one is quite unique. And I think it's going to be my new favorite sinker slide. Let's see if this will go on the Muddy River catfishing bobber. Just to see if this will work. Yeah, it was on there real easy. And because it's got that smaller channel in it, it'll be easier to make a knot to stop it. There you have it. There's the sinker slides that I've used. Like I said earlier, please give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and thank you for watching.